Hi everybody, this is Jelisa. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Today is the last day of the month. It is October 31st, 2020. And as we all know, today is Halloween. It's very widely celebrated. It's so widely celebrated that even in our churches it has made its way. I just feel like, guys, Satan uses a lot of tricks and a lot of deceiveness to keep us, just celebrating what the world does and keep us, with our eyes closed, even though we know and we know for sure that this is not from God. In no way, like in the Bible, there's no way that we are called to be celebrating, darkness, monsters, to use a specific day to celebrate witches, nothing like that. And yet we still know that. And, I'm not trying to like point fingers or anything, but even though we still know that, we still participate. And here's the thing though, I feel like a lot of these modern churches, they want to, they want to so badly because we're so accustomed to celebrating these holidays and participating that we feel like, okay, so why don't we call it something else, right? Why don't we call it something else, like a fall festival type of celebration, and we still kind of do the same thing. And we have to be like an example in the world. Yeah, you cannot teach the world to come out of the world into something that you're already doing, because they're gonna say, I don't really need the church because I'm doing the same thing that you guys do regardless. Even though we know God had called us to be the light in the world of darkness. Here we are changing the name of Halloween celebrations to put it in the church to make it acceptable to the Christians, to the people of God. And I feel like that's just playing with fire. That is an open door. And like you have that feeling in your stomach. You're like, I don't think this is right. We all know it, we feel it, yet we still continue to do and continue to participate. Because let's just say, well, people come here in the church, they still are able to dress up, they still get their candy, and they hear the gospel. Yeah, but just still, allowing people to celebrate it. And that is the problem that I have, at least, because I can only speak to what I think, because this is obviously my channel. But I'm saying, like, it's still a problem because it's still being allowed, it's still being celebrated. And I feel like we as Christians, like, if we want to make a point for God, why don't we just start doing the things that the world does? There's so many ways for us to take this day and be the light in the world of darkness, without having to dress up like a monster. We all know that inspiration for a lot of all these costumes that you see the little ones wearing, that came that inspiration came straight from the kingdom of darkness. I made a video. I don't know if I did the English version, but I made a video a couple months ago about a demon that was following me. And guys, this is real life. This is two kingdoms. The kingdom of darkness has sent this demon to follow me, and I saw it multiple times, guys. And here we are on a day like today, and you see the people posting their photos, dressing up as the kingdom of darkness. And we as Christians, we think that's okay because, the kids, they look so cute in the little outfits and the little basket with the candy. They just want to get the candy. That is the biggest bait that the Satan is doing to you, because he's trying to make it so innocent. He's trying to say there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with dressing up on a day like today and going door to door to get candy. He makes it seem like it's nothing. He will reason with you so that you can fall in the trap. And that is exactly what happened in the Garden of Eden. He said to Adam and Eve, you're not gonna get, I don't remember exact words, but it's like, you can eat of this fruit. Like, it's not like he made it seem like it was nothing, even though they knew, like I said, don't eat out of this tree. You know what I mean? And, because of our desire to, I don't know if it's a human desire to fit in. We're so crazy to fit in. We don't want people to think we're weird. We celebrate, yeah, I celebrate Halloween. I want to be everybody. I want everybody to accept me. Okay, well, you know what? Like, I don't understand. So I just feel like a lot of the people that are so quick to be like, I don't want anybody to be offended. So these are the people that who would never talk about Jesus to anybody, because just the word Jesus gets people crazy. I'm telling you, I walk around with this on. I see people want to say things to me all the time about it, and this only says John 3:16. And then sometimes they will say, what verse is that, or what does that mean? And they're like, who's John? And so I said to them, this is a Bible verse, and this is what it said, what it means. For God so loved the world. And I explain it to them wherever I am. I'll just explain it to them what it is, and they don't even let me finish. Like, some of them are so offended by it. They're like, okay, yeah, thank you, and like, they're ready to go. Like, they're ready to get out of my face. So I feel like we're living in the last days. There's no question about it. This whole pandemic thing, and and everything that's been happening. We have an election in less than 4 days. People are preparing for this craziness that might happen. People are living in fear. Honestly, I feel like we as Christians, we can have precaution, but we are not called to be living in fear. If anything, we should be, strong and courageous. Put on all the full armor of God, and know that God is with us, and have that faith that whatever comes our way, we face it, but because we have God with us, and we have the power of the Holy Spirit living in us. And I feel like, a lot of the times when it comes to days like today, Halloween, you start seeing, people posting their photos, and that's so cool. Like, I'm not trying to say don't post your photo, but it makes you wonder. Like, you can be, you have to have, like, at least it's okay for me to have questions. I question things. I question how somebody is gonna say, I go to church and I do this church thing, but Halloween is my day. Like, there are people who are like, Halloween is my day, that is my favorite holiday. And it's like, okay, do you know what Halloween is really all about? Like I said before, Satan is gonna make it look so innocent, like it's nothing. He is the expert are making things look a certain way, just so that he can get you in and trap you in. Okay, guys, we all know Halloween has nothing to do with God. Okay. There's a lot of people out there also who are, believing in this crystal and magic and horoscope. You meet people and immediately they ask you, so when is your birthday? And you think, oh, wow, they want to know my birthday. Like, they probably want to know, like, when to get me something. They don't want to get you no gifts. They're asking so that they know your horoscope, because based on that, they're going to base the relationship they will have with you. Because some people are just so, like, I'm trying to say, they're so, like, obsessed with horoscope, and the signs and the stars and the crystals, and the crystal magic, and the third eye, whatever that is. And it's just so insane to me, all of that. And like I said before, those are just tricks that Satan uses to keep the people in blindfolds, to keep people away from God. And I feel like we as the church, the people of God, we are called to be the light in the darkness. Yeah, we wait for Halloween to just play dark with everybody who is also in the dark. So just think about that for 1 second. That was my message today. This message can be said every year, year after year, and you see more and more Christians celebrating this holiday. The church is opening the door to Halloween up and down like nothing before, like it's nothing. And you know who's being happy about this? It's the devil himself. So if you want to stand up for Christ, if you want to be a true Christian, and I'm not trying to judge or put people analyzing anything like that, but I'm saying I don't see it in the Bible where God is calling us to celebrate darkness. Instead, he said, be the light in the darkness. Okay? So that was my message for today. You can go ahead and leave your comments and all of that. All I'm gonna say, guys, I am not a perfect person, but the times that I change, the times that I started to change for the better to get closer with God is when people will say things to me about stuff that I was doing. I was like, how dare they even come and say something like that? And that was just God talking to me through those people that had the courage to come and say something to me. We all know how I was a huge fan of Selena Quintanilla. All of that, it took time because a lot of the things that we as human beings do, we do it because we're so used to it. We think it's so innocent. We think it's nothing is going to happen. Yeah, we are there celebrating the kingdom of darkness when God has called us to be the light. So that's my message for today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. It means a lot to see you guys subscribing and liking the videos that I do. If you wanna, if you wanna talk about anything else, I do talk about a variety of things. I feel like, I don't want to just pick one subject. At the end of the day, I'm so happy to talk about everything, but I really want to just base it all about God and what God has done in my life, in my family, and just living day by day as a Christian in this world that, as we see it, it's just getting crazy and crazy. But that's just mean one thing: we're as crazy as the world gets, we're closer and closer to meeting our Savior face to face. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. God bless. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Bye.